If the Hong Kong government thought its last-minute back-down would keep more people at home, this was Hong Kong's answer. Protesters filled the length of the route of the march and spilled over into adjoining streets. This is the second major march in as many weeks, protesting against a controversial extradition bill the government has been trying to introduce. Critics say it would allow China to extradite political opponents to face summary trial in mainland courts. Protesters want that bill withdrawn altogether and for Hong Kong's leader Carrie Lam to resign. Does Carrie Lam support your city?
Do you think it supports our city? That's the biggest joke in the world.
They have a joke with us, so I think the government is very bad now.
They're also angry at the way the police dealt with last week's occupation of streets around the Legislative Council building, which police branded as a riot.
We are discontent that the protest of the young people described as a riot, and they're described as rioters when it was really the police which was exercising brutality.
Carrie Lam has promised to consult with Hong Kong people about the proposed change, but insists it's still needed, and she has the support of China.
It seems that Hong Kong is deteriorating into kind of mob rule. Despite having elderly and people and children joining the march, you cannot simply every day get out there and demand that the government be changed. The idea of having an extradition treaty with China after 20 years is not unreasonable.
But the continuous stream of protesters went on well into the night. This is where the march has come to an end at the government's main office complex and Legislative Council building. Thousands of protesters have been streaming away from here to go home, but thousands more have been staying on. In fact, so many, they've now spilled out onto the main highway, completely blocking it. This section of road was the center of the Occupy movement 5 years ago, when protesters occupied the streets for weeks, calling for greater autonomy within China. Taking possession on another unprecedented day of protest was symbolically important for these mostly young demonstrators.
After 5 years, we don't see the people are getting down, but increasing. We are getting to protect our own freedom.
And I want to show to the whole world that this is not riots. This is a peaceful protest in Hong Kong.
Driven by anger at both their government and police, but also hopeful they're keeping alive the quest for greater freedoms within China. Rob McBride, Al Jazeera, Hong Kong.